did you get so actively involved with your athletic ability? I mean, my God, you're unbelievable.
My son Jim, well, you know from the Hall of Fame. Jay Glatz, Harry Glatz's son, introduced Jim to the YMCA shortly after we had gotten here. So then, taking him down, I learned about the women's of course, in those days, women could swim Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, or 9 o'clock at night, because they used the boys' locker room. So women's activity was very limited. The first aerobics class I went to there was run by a young man who was the assistant physical director. I don't even remember his name. And then a few years later, Vi came. And then the first water aerobics I went to was run by Harold. And then later on, Vi took that over. So I have a lot to thank Vi for, because she got me to be a believer in physical fitness. And then when she went to Lakewood, I went to her classes there. But as far as the competitive swimming goes, Douglaston was on a bay. So we were in the water all summer long. We only swam at high tide because it was a muddy bottom, but you had 4 hours with it coming in and 4 hours with it going out. So we were there probably 5 or 6 hours a day. Then we still had a lot of mothers at home, and if we could convince them, we were only 45 minutes away from the ocean. So we were down at the ocean a couple of times a month, and then anybody who had a summer birthday was always down at Jones Beach on the ocean. So I've been in water for a long time. So one day I found a newspaper in the Y lobby, when we still had rumors in a lobby. And I don't know what made me read it, but I read about a YMCA national swim competition. So I sent for all the information, and I got it back. And in order to swim in that, you had to have swam, or swum, what the proper word is, in local meets before you could go to a national. So I gave all this to our aquatics director, who was Debbie Peters at the time, and she was a swimmer. So she found this YMCA Masters program that is mostly in Pennsylvania. And she started our swim team in '87, and I've just been in it ever since. Bill Raddick and I are the only originals that are still in it. Yeah. He's not too well, so he hasn't, and his attitude is a little different than mine. If he knows he can't do well in a race, he won't come. I'm just so glad I can go. And I just love the other members on the team because they're young, they're vibrant, the conversations are business-wise. I don't understand the technical stuff, but just to be with them is so inspirational. And these meets we go to, well, the farthest one is Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, right in the city. So we get down there, how many hours? What, 2.5 to 3 hours?
Yep.
We're in the pool less than 10 minutes. So you're with these people all this travel time, and that's what's so absolutely wonderful for me, that as long as I can swim and get out, I'm going to go.
You found your own fountain of youth.
Maybe, but
I think so.
But
and
fortunately, they all enjoy me.
I can see why.
Which makes it doubly nice.
Yeah.
And they take care of me. Now last year, the cane I'm using now, I'm only using when I'm outside. I don't want to be bumped into. I'm walking inside without it. But last year, I had a 3-prong cane because the pool deck gets slippery, and this one would just slide. And they would bring I would go get to the starting place, and they would take the cane and bring it down to where the stairs were that I was going to climb out. So they take such wonderful care of me.
Well, rightfully
and
so.
And it's the only way I could do it. And the whole group, at this point, I happen to be the oldest in our league. We've had 90-year-olds before, but at this particular time, there's one lady who's 91. And so I'm the oldest, and I think the lifeguards are ecstatic when they see me get out. And your age, we have what we have for a heat sheet for a swimming meet, which lists what lane you're to go into. And if you have people doing the 100 freestyle, you've probably got, 20 people doing it, and you have a 6-lane pool. So they have to divide it up into what they call heats. So on the heat sheet, there's your heat and your lane and your age, because you're only swimming with 5 years of your age group. So everybody in the whole building knows I'm 93. So they hoot and holler when I get out. It's hilarious, just hilarious. So
Is it 100 yards? Is that what you, is that the
500 I also swim.
500?
Yeah, and then once a year I do the 1,000. And I did the 1650 for years. I haven't done that in a long time. But yeah, when I went to the Nationals, I did the 1,000 when I was 90.
You're amazing. You are
So
amazing.
I hope that I hold together to 95, and then I'll try another national. We'll see.
Oh
So-
my God, you're unbelievable.